Oh, hello. I'm Sketch.
And I'm Shades.
And this is
Welcome back, brother. All brothers. You're all brothers. I almost said and sister, Shades.
Well, that would be misinformation because
Because everyone is a brother.
Double Inception Fever Dream calls everyone brother.
Everyone's a brother. Welcome back, Shades.
Back, Sketch.
How you surviving in this crazy modern day that we find ourselves in?
Well, I did already say I'm kind of having a hard time, but now I'm fine that our recording platform crashed on us in the middle of our midstream.
Technical difficulties, guys.
I'm not gonna lie, Sketch. I'm struggling. I'm ready for this to be over. But it's it is what it is. We gotta keep doing what we gotta do. Flatten the curve.
Yep. Gotta get through it. What do they call? What do they say? Like,
keep on keeping on.
Gotta keep on keeping on. Gotta go through to get through. Something like that.
Get rich or die. Get rich or die trying. Yep.
Something like that.
Something.
We just gotta keep being safe, keep being smart, and we'll all make it through to the other side of this craziness, this COVID craziness. Yep.
We had such a better introduction to this episode, longtime listeners, and just gotta keep on keeping on.
Well, should we? Let's just let the cat out of the bag. Just like we should be. A little bit of a remote recording situation going on here. So not the normal rig in the GOCO. Right. We're rooms away from each other. We are at
opposite ends of the GOCO, underneath our Mandalorian helmets.
And so, there's bound to be some hiccups. Some technical hiccups along the way.
GOCO intercom recording system does not like to interface with our Mandalorian helmets.
No, but safety first.
Yes. Social distance,
safety first.
Flatten the curve. We're doing our part.
A little back to mist. This back to mist really just heals you. Yeah. It doesn't really make you immune. So all the more reason, keeping our distance, keeping our helmets on.
And we're down an IG droid. An IG nurse droid. But this is not the Mandalorian episode. This is
not, even though that was fun.
This is our follow-up to our fourth Titans episode. Because we are your
fourth
go-to Titans podcast.
That's us. Go. Get it? Geeking out. That's what. Go to Titans podcast. That's absolutely correct.
Will we do a fifth? Absolutely.
Of course, you have come to expect it. We have come to expect it. As long as there is Titans, there will be Shades and Sketch discussing
Titans episodes.
Titans, whether it's a live action show or a animated feature or what have you. We're always going to talk Titans.
Sketch, you have any take backsies from Titans? Or Titans
I don't have
Go?
any take backsies. I feel pretty good about what I said. Sometimes when we listen back to the episode after the heat of the passion of recording, sometimes you go, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have gone that far. On Titans, I still stand by, especially my rants about some missteps that they took in the series. And but I also stand by my raves with, always fantastic to see a live action Nightwing at long last. And the Titans Go movie, just a lot of fun.
Strong agree with both of those, Sketch. I did go back and rewatch a little bit of season 2 of live action Titans. Strong beginning, strong end, and in the middle, all I can say is I hope they shrink the team down in season 3.
Yeah.
Because I do care most about our core group from season 1.
Yep.
Even though I like all of those side characters, I mean, they could do a Titans East, they could do a Titans and Teen Titans. I mean, there are a lot of things they could do, but just too big of a team.
They worked wonderfully as these like pop-ins.
They did
in season 1, where it's
right.
just, oh, let's go. Here's Hawk and Dove, and they're going to help us get to the bottom of this. And here's Donna Troy, and she's going to get us to this point. But now that they're all together, it's like, oh, what does everyone need equal screen time? There's not enough. There's not enough in an episode to go through all these people. Especially considering they're not who we started
exactly.
with. So not only are they not who we started with, but also we, the audience, didn't start with them. So we already don't feel
right
in the end.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Strong agree.
There? Whereas like Raven and BB, my two, and even Star, we're starting their journey with them. So we're
heavily vested in their story.
We already got Dick. He's the one he's the old reliable. He's the one that's been around the block. He's the only one we need that's done this before.
Yeah, it's time for them to move away from the baggage of Titans Gen 1 and tell the story of Gen 2.
Yeah, absolutely. So we know they listen. DC streaming. Get on it.
You have the means. You have the means to get it done.
Tighten it up.
So one of the other things we talked about in our last midstream sketch was cats. We talked about the quote unquote butthole cut, and I texted you last night
about the buttholes, brother.
It is real. Quote, Cats VFX editor confirms that the quote unquote butthole cut was very real and very terrible.
Guys, I'm sorry we made you wait 6 minutes before talking about the butthole cut. I know that's why everyone tuned in. You needed your butthole cut news, your BCN, and we had some business to take care of first. But yes, the butthole cut of Cats has been confirmed as fact.
Quote, we went to call our supervisor and we're like, there's an a-hole in there. There are buttholes in this movie. Unquote. And sketch, in our first version of this, you give a very apt description of what they actually are.
Yeah, because it's important to say that on the first time around, it's not like there were some digital artists who were purposefully rendering little feline rectums on all of the humanoid creatures
that is not
in the movie. That is not what happened. What happened was the programming script that they ran to render all of this fur on the characters, because all the fur flows in a direction, just like on an actual cat or dog, where it all met at the end of the creature, at the end of the character, it all just kind of collected into a point, shall we say, that went inward, I would imagine, and it left a cavity that looked a little bit like a butthole, if you will, or in other cases, in the front, female genitals, as they said, and they decided, I think wisely, let's scrub that out.
So
now maybe I'm being too bold there. I mean, the movie didn't do well. Maybe if they didn't scrub it out, it would have made more money. A different clientele, a different audience for sure, but maybe not the loss that they encumbered from this. Who knows?
Yes, indeed. And we should say, I mean, a lot of VFX houses worked on this film. A lot of editors worked on this film. Many of them have declared bankruptcy. And one of the revelations in this is that they got 6 months to create a trailer for the movie and then just 4 months to render the whole movie, in which time they had to re-render the movie twice. And so, the big brouhaha with Cats is that it released without all of the effects done. And a lot of the VFX artists are saying that Tom Hooper just did not understand working with digital effects and the amount of time that it would take. That many of these editors were working 90-hour weeks to try and get the movie ready. And I do feel for them that they wind up being the brunt of the jokes in here.
But end of the day, not their doing. Did their best with what they got. I mean, I think all of us who listen to this podcast that are in the adult world and have had bosses in the past, I think we've all had a boss that just expects the impossible in some way, and I think this is what happened, at least especially in the visual effects department of Cats. Unrealistic expectations put upon them just couldn't humanly be done.
Sketch. Well, you may or may not have seen, but Cats recently dropped for home streaming.
I have not seen.
It is out there, and you can watch it. And I think it would be really cool if over on the Patreon, if we could get 10 new subscribers to do a watch party over on our Patreon with live commentary as a reward to our patrons of Cats. I think that would just be hilarious.
I'd be down.
So, longtime listeners, the ball is in your court. If we can get 10 new Patreon subscribers, Sketch and I will not only watch Cats, but we will do a watch party with commentary over on the Patreon. So we will give you our live commentary of watching Cats with all of you.
Yeah,
and maybe a watch party is not correct because we don't have the rights to that, but we will do an exclusive Patreon episode with you with our commentary for Cats.
Listen, I'm willing to do it.
I'm willing to do it too.
If that's what the LTLs want, then okay. 10. You said
10 new subscribers, 10 new patrons over on the Patreon. Patreon.com/shades and sketch.
We will watch
that movie.
Counter with fear and trepidation.
That sounds about right, Sketch.
But yeah, there you go. The butthole cut. Not a lot of other news out there other than the news that everyone shares. Lots of things are just
delayed
on hiatus.
Hiatus. Most frustratingly and disappointingly for me, Ghostbusters Afterlife is being pushed back a full year, it looks like.
Oh my gosh, really?
Which just seems like such a misstep. Sketch. I think it's a full year. I just scrolled by it. I should have kept it there.
Should have been July, right?
It was supposed to come. It was supposed to drop in July, and now it looks like. Yes. So now, Ghostbusters Afterlife has been moved to next March, March of 2021.
Boy, I hope 2021's a better year.
Full year, Sketch. Morbius, Peter Rabbit 2, and Ghostbusters Afterlife will be pushed back a full year.
Wow.
Which, that's such a long time to wait.
Especially in a time where we need something to look
That's what I mean. This is a movie that's finished, right? They're working on if at anything that they're still working on, they're working on the post-production. It's not like they're still filming this movie.
But you got to get the money back.
I mean,
I bet that's their decision there. That's what they've decided on. They just won't make it back if they release it on time.
I think
I don't
this
know.
is I think this is a bad decision on my part. It really upsets me personally, like with a franchise that I care so much about that has been mistreated so egregiously in so many different ways by both the fans and those that hold the rights. This seems like another huge Sony misstep. To say, like, really putting profits over content and over the people who have kept this thing alive for now like 35 years. It hurts.
Boy, yeah.
Especially,
guys,
Wonder Woman.
That's me just learning about
Wonder Woman is pushed back from to August 14th from its June 5th release. So a similar Wonder Woman 1984 was supposed to come back out on June 5th and now is going to come out on August 14th. So
I find that to be an acceptable push.
Yeah, I mean, similarly, the Uncharted film with Antonio Banderas, Mark Wahlberg, and Tom Holland as the title, the the lead character, Nathan Drake, has been pushed back from March 2021 to October 8th, 2021. So, we're looking at like 6-month pushbacks of movies that have already started filming, not full year pushbacks. And that just seems, it would be different if they hadn't started filming yet.
Oh, absolutely. Then it's a whole different ballgame. But yeah, this really does seem like a decision made purely for box office.
And I'll say similarly, Black Widow, which was supposed to drop this month,
March.
Right? Yeah, it was supposed to come out in March, and then it got pushed back to May 1st.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's being pushed back to November 6th.
Wow.
Which also feels, a little extreme. And Marvel has pushed all of their other releases back a full year into 2022. The most, the saddest of all of these is New Mutants. The New Mutants, which was supposed to be a spin-off. It was supposed to be a darker take on the mutant franchise, which filmed what feels like 5 years ago. They finished filming this, from Stranger Things, Will's older brother, Jonathan. I couldn't think of his. Yeah,
Jonathan.
I think Charlie Hutton plays that character.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Actor, so I couldn't.
That may or may not be correct. But that has been it was meant to come out finally on April 3rd, and now it has no release date at all.
Wow.
And that movie was always in a precarious place of, would it ever see the light of day? Fox delayed it a bunch of times, and then with the acquisition of Fox by Disney, there was some speculation that it would just drop on Hulu before Disney acquired it, because they didn't think Disney would put it out. And then finally getting a release date, and now, by the time it comes out, those I wonder if it'll be relevant.
Is that the one that Maisie Williams is in?
Maisie Williams and Charlie Hutton.
All right.
Yep.
Wow. See, I've never really followed really anything X-Men, but I apologize. I empathize with you for another property pushed back.
It's
that you were looking forward to.
And it just feels like, with no release. We've seen that fans are willing to pay theater ticket prices to watch these, on demand.
Mm-hmm.
And the world is changing in unforeseen and unpredictable ways, and it just feels like profits over the people who they're making these movies for.
Yeah.
Especially when there's a movie ready to go that they could drop.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not saying that they can't then release it in theaters.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's something that I've loved recently in theaters, is when they have like the special releases of movies that haven't been in theaters for years. We still go and see them just to see them on the big screen.
Exactly.
If it's good, then we want to go back and see it again. But when Jurassic Park, what was it, the 20th anniversary or 25th anniversary, was back in theaters. That was awesome. I saw Alien this past fall for my first time ever, because it was having a limited run in theater. It's like, what a great idea, theaters. Keep that stuff
I have
up.
gone to see Ghostbusters re-released in theaters every time it's been shown legitimately in a theater for a limited run. I have gone to see it every time. There's just something magical about seeing it in a theater on the big screen.
And that's Ghostbusters Answer the Call?
No, that would be the 1984 original Ghostbusters.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Sketch, I know this one's going to hit you kind of hard, but Fast and Furious 9, F9, has been delayed from May 22nd to April 2nd, 2021. So basically a full year on that one as well.
Yeah, wow. Brother.
Family.
Ooh, Hulk Hogan should show up.
Holy shit. Like if Hulk Hogan were Dom Toretto's like uncle or like cousin or something. Holy shit. And he's just playing himself. That would be amazing.
Get on that.
Yes.
Get on that.
Oh my
Fast and
God.
Furious
Because
franchise.
like Vin Diesel seems to be the Hulk Hogan of that franchise. He just keeps coming back and nobody wants to work with him anymore.
So I mean, the last one had my wife and I didn't see in the theaters. We did see it once it came out. It has lost a little bit of its specialness now that it's like so absurd. But if you feel like just watching an absurd like action movie with pretty decent set and stunt pieces,
Hobbs and Shaw,
then they're still fun. Yeah, I still have to see that.
Oh, Sketch, you're gonna enjoy that so much.
Yeah, I think I will, especially because after I watched, so 9 is coming out next year. So when I finally got around to seeing 8, and there's a fight scene with Jason Statham that is amazing to talk about for reasons that I won't divulge, because when we eventually get around to our Fast and the Furious Patreon project that we're working on, I want a real organic response from you on that, because it is bananas.
Well, I've seen Hobbs and Shaw, and that was bananas. And
all right,
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Oh man. Sketch. I think that brings us to next week.
Guys, unlike the movie studios, we're not pushing back.
Plugging along at
or
half power. We're plugging along at half power. Let's put it there.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing what we can
from opposite sides of the GOCO under our Mandalorian helmets.
But we're not gonna just up and stop.
We're here for you.
No. We're your go-to Titans podcast. But next week, not Titans. We already covered that. We are going to we're going to take on a timely piece because even though we just talked about a bunch of movies that were pushed back, there was a movie that recently came out that Disney basically pushed right to a digital release. And I'm talking about the new Disney / Pixar
buddy comedy
Onward.
Yeah.
They released it basically as it was in theaters, because it was just as everything was closing.
I think it released March 1st, right?
Yeah, sometime early March, and almost immediately they
shuttered theaters.
Yeah, and so they pushed it out to digital. So it is a good quarantine movie for you guys to pick up, because it's available through all of your normal streaming.
So it's Disney Plus, but it's also dropped on Amazon Cinema.
Yeah, however, Amazon, I don't know how Amazon separates their stuff these days.
It's just, if you have Prime, you'll see that at the top they have a new thing called Amazon Cinema. And then if you don't have Amazon Prime, I think you just have to, rent it or buy it, whatever your preference.
You guys are savvy.
You'll figure it out.
I will say I watched it last night as of recording. I watched it last night with the missus. Really enjoyed it. I'll come right out and say that it is a little slice of that Pixar magic.
Ooh, cool.
That when you think of what Pixar does well, they did it well again.
Okay.
In this movie, and we'll talk about it more in depth next week.
I'm really curious to see how they're going to fit the Pizza Planet truck into this one.
Oh, that's a good point. I
didn't spot it. Spoilers.
It wasn't blatant. I'm gonna have to go back now and see where I can find
it.
And
Pizza Planet and oh God, what's his name? He's voiced a character in every single Pixar movie.
Oh yeah,
he was the speaker at my graduation from graduate school.
Was he really?
He did a fantastic talk too.
Oh, that's cool.
I
know who you mean.
John something.
Trying to think of where he might have been in that movie.
I'll keep my ears open and my eyes.
Do that.
Pizza Planet and
you know what?
Cheers.
And your heart.
And my heart, yes.
And your heart.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Next week.
Onward. And on that note,
right.
Onward.
We'll see you
next time. Brother. We'll see you next time, brothers.
It cracks me up every time, Sketch. See you next time.
Stay safe, everybody.
Yes, be safe, be well.
Stay healthy. See you next time.
See ya.